What's going on, my fellow residents? It's me, TheFrozenCavern, and today we're going to continuing our journey through Over the Hedge. In the last episode, we ended up getting our little satellite dish over there from Vincent's Den. In this episode, we're going to be going on the Connor Heist. Is that what it's called? Yes, the Connor Heist. I totally remember what the name of it is.
Okay, gang, this ought to be a cinch.
Wow, we've crashed a plane and a train so far. Why not a boat this time?
Oh! Arr, matey. Who's next? Who's next?
Don't know where you got the hat from at all.
Thank you, Stella. Now, our destination is this house, the Connors. We'll enter through the back door.
Oh, subtle. What's the occasion?
Thanks.
So, crossing the yard without dying or anything along those lines?
Should be simple.
Every time should be simple. What are we at now? 0 for 9?
9. We come out of the hedge here and head toward the street.
This sounds familiar.
Relax, Vern. We won't go into the street this time. I got a system. We'll take the sewers.
The sewers is a system? You don't know what words mean, huh?
Yay, sewers! Then we can smell like Stella. What did you say? Something, yay.
We'll make a sharp use.
Yeah, Hammy, you're gonna die.
By the Connors' back door. Start to finish in no time. Everyone's got it?
No,
What about the... My little toy submarine ran out of baking soda last year.
Great. Let's get this show on the road.
Hammy is a very, very interesting individual. Also, he said the sewers, and with the image that was shown, that's clearly in the streets. So, we're already going against that. Literally, anytime RJ brings up a plan, there's some form of contradiction somewhere, and things just don't make sense. And everyone else always has a question about it.
So innocent.
I know. What a pack of maroons.
Yeah, it's always peaceful, and then something, unfortunately, will go wrong.
What's up, Ozzy?
He was just here, the sniffer. He set that statue down and then chased Penny's children into the front yard. It was all I could do to wait here and play dead till you arrived.
Terrific. Stay here. We'll go take a look.
Yes, because he literally won't do anything else. Yep, okay, I guess we're forced to be a part of this. But we also can't set off any of the traps, so that kind of sucks. Let's actually make sure that we don't do that. I'm gonna just stand here and we're gonna wait. Okay, that goes way faster than I thought it would. Oh no, please stop going so fast.
Hey, that was a close one. I mean, 1 million.
That wasn't that bad, Vern.
Terrific.
And now we have more enemies. Oh, that's fun, and I'm pretty sure, yeah, we actually do have to defeat them. Oh goodness. And unfortunately, the mission, or secondary mission here, is to not set off a single trap. That's going to be very fun to have to try and deal with these. Oh goodness. Especially with the very, very odd camera angles that are being given to us. Luckily enough, I'm pretty sure the... Oh my goodness, Hammy got ambushed. Okay, where are you? There you are, get up. But luckily, I'm pretty sure the lasers don't move any faster, so there is that. We don't have to worry about that all that much. But then again, the gophers are still trying to ambush us, so we do need to be a little bit careful about that. Alright, let's finish them off. There we go. We got all of them, and Hamby's like kind of off screen, so I can't get him, unfortunately. Oh, of course I got knocked into that. That's fun. Actually, that did happen last episode, so maybe it doesn't count that I got knocked into it? I'm not sure. Maybe. And again, it might also be the case that if I switch characters, everything will just work out fine, unless, yeah, this one's definitely deliberate. There we go.
More vermin.
That ought to do the trick. Or should I say, the laser.
Yeah, that was a very, very man line. I'm gonna get this birdhouse because that's... Okay, or I'm gonna completely miss it. Nope. Please hit it. Oh my goodness, everything's in the way. Please hit it.
Yes!
There we go. My goodness, that took like 5 years to try and hit. But there is another birdhouse right up here, actually. So we need... I'm just gonna jump up and get it. There we go. We finally got both of the birdhouses. They're literally immediate, in the immediate area. I'm gonna switch over to Hammy after he finishes running like that. Alright, camera... Okay, where is this trying to aim? There we go, okay. Again, some camera angle changes are very weird, and I set up a trap as both characters. Never mind, we're not getting it. Also, don't mind the absolutely horrendous slowdown that's happening right now. Totally a legitimate version of the game. I'm probably gonna actually have to kill some of these enemies here. That way I can keep the game from slowing down any more than it already is.
12 seconds later.
Okay, there we go. I need to wait for that to explode. That way I don't just like instantly die. There we go. Unfortunately, they don't drop any form of like health or anything like that. I kind of wish that they did, but they do not. But we'll have to deal with it. Let's take care of you now. That way, you don't have to worry about you as we're trying to escort the little item that we have. There we go. Just gotta wait for you to explode. Woo! And we're fine. Unfortunately, hold on. Maybe I just need to deal with some things first.
Hey, Jacob. You've been hacked.
There we go. That should at least help with that a little bit. But let's pick this up. And of course more enemies, so we're gonna hopefully not get hit by anything. That's actually going to manage to happen. I'll take it. I will perfectly take that. Oh no. I'm dodging everything perfectly. This is working out just fine. Toss that in there, and we're good. Now we have a new speaker for the Hedge that we're really not going to use at all. We didn't even use like the radio. Oh my goodness, there's so many gophers. But we didn't even use like the radio system that we have there. So makes me wonder if we're actually going to use that speaker or not, but probably not. Oh my goodness, Vern, why did you aim at that? Oh, okay, I guess we did actually have to get rid of that, otherwise he would not have been able to take that away. Good thing we did take care of him then. That would have been very bad if I accidentally left that there.
Well. 1, 2, 3 of you little critters. And your dad, looks like. This is what we in the vermin taunting business call hitting the jackpot.
Don't worry, kids. Everything's under real good control here.
Dad, I'm scared.
Hey, follow me. Let's get him out of there.
Yeah, we obviously need to get our friends and family out of... Yeah, not setting off traps is not going that well this episode. I wish it was, but it's not going to, unfortunately. Let's just try and get them out of there for right now. By the way, I just don't know why, but it's really this level that's like really bad when it comes to the slowdown. Maybe that's just because of certain circumstances of me playing the game right now, but I will have to manage with it because that is how I am playing the game. Okay, let's get them out now. Just have Vern deal with the rat over there, and hopefully he actually does kill him, or not. He can just run over to me and not kill him. Please kill him. That would be very nice for you to do. Oh my goodness, Vern. He's also taking him off screen, so I can't really see him.
Where are we going?
Down here where it's safe.
Safe? Down there? In the dark? Without snacks?
Don't fret, vermin. Once I get you back to Vermtech, we'll fix you a nice little cabin. Nice, soulless atomic. God.
Yeah, it's sewers or the sniffer. Your call.
That's a very fair point. If we don't go now, and this was kind of our plan in the first place, so it's whatever. But if we don't go there now, you have to deal with him. And we don't want that. So, of course, yeah, setting off a trap that... not setting off one was going to be very difficult, unfortunately. And, of course, it's another thing again. I'm pretty sure this level is actually even worse with that. Oh, goodness. Okay, well, I was kind of expecting an opening, but the level just automatically started. But there is actually a good amount of fighting in this entire level. So that's good at least, but at the same time it's like, have to deal with so much fighting. I say that like I haven't been doing that this entire game, and I could actually skip through over like most of it, but it's also kind of weird how they're all just falling down the same like spot up there. Okay, why on earth? I never noticed this before. Why is there a big text thing here that says do not drink? That's actually stupid. There should be no one who has to tell you to not drink the sewer water. Who would be down here and oh my goodness, whatever. I don't know why any former kid would be down here, but literally no one should be drinking it, and they should know that from just basic knowledge. Do you know how much stuff is in this water? How much disgusting stuff that comes out of our human bodies that are in that water. If you are actually drinking that, you are stupid. Oh no, this is actually going to be really... Okay, we have a new enemy all of a sudden. And we have these weasels that have electric tasers. So, you know, that's very fun. Hammy, can you come over here and help me, please? That would be very nice. And also these weasels, they love to like just stay in the back, and then they'll just suddenly charge at you. And okay, well, Hammy's setting off traps. That's nice. But what is it? The weasels will just run over to you and just suddenly electrocute you. And I set off a trap on accident. That's nice. Whatever. But the weasels will just run up to you and electrocute you. They sometimes will run away, but at the same time, they're also, always very, very annoying to deal with, especially in like a large group of enemies, because, like I said, they just stay in the background, they electrocute you, and they kind of just hold you in place. It's also kind of weird how suddenly they're introduced, because they don't give any, like actual introduction, like, scene, like with most of the enemies in the game, because the Gophers had a little bit. Then so did the rabbits, actually. The rabbits had one, badgers and bears had one, but for most of the other enemies, like, they had introduction videos, but unfortunately the weasels didn't. But maybe that also helps with their actual like style, because they're supposed to be just showing up out of nowhere, so I guess that helps them. But at the same time, I feel like that's a little bit unfair, that because we're not going to know what to expect, so for that to just randomly happen doesn't exactly help us. Thankfully though, they do have to recharge their attack, so there is that. They aren't able to constantly stun you, but at the same time it is a little bit annoying when they just, whenever you finish like a combo or something, they'll just automatically like shock you if you don't attack them immediately after. So there's not really much you can actually do about it, because there is no such thing as a block in this game. So they don't seem to have that much health though, which is good. Honestly, they feel like they have just like either a little bit more than the rats when it comes to health, or like the same amount as the rats. And now, oh goodness, we have a very 24 enemies. This is gonna be fun, quote unquote. Having to try and deal with these. Let's go. Oh no, you can fall off. Okay, gonna have to keep that in mind then. I didn't think you could fall off. Wait, does that actually count as killing them then? I wonder, because I don't actually know. I'm gonna try and use my freeze gun and freeze as many enemies coming up to me as possible, because I'm gonna need it. I wonder, can I knock them off? Yes, it does count. Okay, I'm gonna try and do that then. Doing that with like the weasels would be pretty easy to do, I feel. Or really just enemies in general, because this stuff kind of knocks them a good while back. The range for it isn't actually that bad either, to be honest. Just make sure you don't use like the ground pound. The ground pound is actually horrendous. Although I just realized a major downside to actually knocking them off is that you don't get any form of health or energy. So if I don't kill them normally, then I could have the extremely high chance of dying, and I don't want that. So let's actually beat these guys properly.
Eventually.
I'm not gonna lie though, doing this is rather easy, so it helps out a lot, but at the same time, again, it comes with the whole negatives that I mentioned before, so really just pick your poison. Either fight with them normally, or knock them off and run a pretty high risk of dying. So yeah, that's gotta be somewhat fun to deal with. But thankfully, we don't have any more of the weasels to deal with, so let's just take care of these guys. There we go.
Can't be much further. To what? I have no idea. But come on.
Well, we should have an idea. I mean, we went over the plan. Does no one ever remember the plans that we have, that we literally talk about like 5 minutes beforehand? Well, it's probably more than 5 minutes by now, but at the same time, like, just guys, come on. we go over these plans for a reason. You guys have to remember these plans. There's no reason for you to not actually go over this and then to just suddenly forget. Okay, what is with the Connor Heist and not setting off traps? And also breaking birdhouses, apparently. By the way, is it just me, or do these levels seem shorter than the previous ones we've done? I mean, the, like, below Vincent's Den was pretty short, and then the level, the interior caves was actually, like a pretty long level, I'm not gonna lie. But at the same time, these levels have been pretty short, but I guess it's because it's, like, multiple parts. You want to have the play sessions to be relatively the same. And also, they keep setting the actual, like, traps and junk, like right in front of or on top of collectibles, and oh my goodness, the slowdown. Let's actually, oh wait, I don't have any meter. That's really bad, actually. And I can't do something to collect more of it. Okay, what we're going to do is that we're going to go all the way in the back. And is one of those gophers bigger than the others? Oh no, they're on top. Okay, I've never seen that before. One of them was just apparently right on top of one. Okay, we're going to try and do this. There we go. We got at least 3. That's pretty good though. And it also allows for some energy to be refilled. Tammy, don't knock him out. That would be very nice. Okay, I'm switching over to you. That way we can just... Oh my goodness, I want to use all the energy I have here, but Vern, or rather my computer, just keeps knocking them away, which is unfortunate. Alright, get over here. Vern, oh my goodness, please. There we go. That's 1. Oh, that didn't kill. Aw, I was hoping that it would, but I just didn't have enough energy, unfortunately. They shouldn't have that much health though, so that's... Yeah, they don't have that much. There we go.
A mole? Well, at least he's not a gopher. But what's that he's holding?
Never mind that, he has something for us. What a generous scavenger.
Yeah, that's for our benefit.
Yep, there are moles with bombs. That's very fun. And it, again, that also goes back to the whole intro video like I mentioned before. The moles, they have like an introduction scene, but the weasels didn't. Maybe there was like one other enemy that might have not had one, but I can't really think of one off the top of my head, aside from like the rats. But even then, they somewhat had one at the very beginning of the game, where it showed that the exterminator was putting on the caps onto one of their heads. But even then, it's like, that isn't that great of an example. Now the biggest issue with these moles is that they're quite fast, and they unfortunately also like to run away a lot. So if you are able to take care of them, get them out of the ground and kill them as fast as possible. Otherwise, they'll go back into the ground and you'll have to try and hunt them down again. And even from what it seems, projectiles are not going to be fast enough because you're only going to be able to lock onto them and then they'll immediately run away. They do seem to just hang around in the same vicinity though, so that's good at least. So when you find one, like when they go above the ground, then you're basically able to just camp out the spot and then you'll be fine. They don't seem to drop any health though, which is a little odd. I think they're the only enemy in the game that doesn't do that. Unfortunately, they don't drop any form of like health or anything like that. By the way, I don't know why, but I feel like when I'm fighting these guys, I feel like a bully because they're really small animals that we basically just hit once, because sometimes when I hit them more than once, they'll just go flying across the map. But why are you running into the... Okay, we're just gonna do that. I guess it was because he was on his last hit, but even then that was weird. He was just kind of running into the corner for no reason. Don't know why he was. Let's get this birdhouse. There we go. Nice little snipe there. There's a lot of these things here. Unfortunately, I have to go the slow way, otherwise I'm going to accidentally... Well, actually, haven't I set one off already? Yeah, I have, actually. I don't know if that whole switching to another character thing actually works, though, so I guess I gotta try that. If I am correct, though, I have not set it off as Hammy yet. So hopefully that's how it works. If it's not, then I got super lucky, and the mission in the last episode did not technically count as going off of the mountain. So one can hope, but who really knows? There we go. And I don't want to try and do the whole method that I did last time of, well, not really last time, but in like one of the beginning episodes of the game where I basically tried to do a really fast version of the sneak and I ended up messing it up. So I would try it now, but yeah, that happened last time and I don't want it to happen again.
There was nothing. Literally.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Can you tell us how to get into that house over there? You're a Blue Jay and all.
Can I? Can I?
Actually, I think it's Mayhew.
I can do more than tell you. I can show you. Watch and learn the Tao of human architectural entry tactics.
Oh, I missed one of the, what is it? I missed one of the birdhouses. I'm really hoping that we're not, like, automatically sent somewhere.
Is to learn.
Yeah, that didn't work at all. Oh no, I can't move. Wait, okay, so it did work, because I'm pretty sure I set one off as Vern, but I switched over to Hammy and it didn't do it. So that should work. But I saw one of the birdhouses and I unfortunately missed it, and now I hate myself. And after so many parts of going to the Connor house, now we're actually in there. We've been in the heist for 3 separate parts. This is technically the 4th part of the heist, but that doesn't matter.
Now, all we have to do is find the...
Quiet! I can't even hear myself yell!
Alright,
Hammy,
all we gotta do is get to that
they're
switch
sleeping.
without waking up those chihuahuas. Couldn't be any simpler.
I minored in sneaking back at the Academy of Squirrel Motor Skills.
Anyways, now we have to make sure that these dogs don't wake up as a secondary goal, which means basically just don't run when you're near them. They basically work the same way as the like sensory things that you have encountered earlier in the game, as well as like in earlier levels too. Vern, can you not please? That'd be very nice. Yeah, Vern's being quite a nuisance right now. I would like him to not be such a nuisance, but unfortunately that's not exactly working out all that well. So I'm going to sneak. And unfortunately the camera angle is not in my favor at all, so it's very hard for me to actually make proper movements. Okay, we should be good here. And we're going to jump over this, because if we don't, then we will actually alert the dogs there. Okay, so now we have to jump at the proper time so that we don't run in contact with the lasers there. So we gotta wait a little bit. And of course there's also the electric floor, which keeps us from actually going over through just jumping. Or at least from my knowledge. And of course, more sensors, more traps, more everything everywhere. And the only secondary goal is just to not wake the dog, so that's good at least. Just trying to make sure I can get everything. And there is a lot of stuff around here, especially on the counters. Gotta remember to get those counters. The counters tend to have a lot of stuff, mainly because of how many like smaller objects are on there, which also, well, all the items tend to give you something anyways. So make sure you get everything. Even sometimes the salt and pepper shakers can have items. So again, make sure you check those smaller items. There we go. Open the pantry. Let's get over here. I'm gonna get these first because I don't think we get another chance to get here. Oh my goodness, there's so many here. And the buttons are moving really fast right now. Just never put like L or Z anywhere, and I missed that. But just don't have L or Z and we're fine. Any other button is okay. But I don't think it has L, Z, or R ever. So we should be fine.
Oh, did you happen to see those real cute little dog fellas there? Ah, jeepers. I just wanted to zip them up in my pouch, take them home with us, and have them bronzed.
They kind of leaned more towards unholy, to be perfectly honest.
You get the food for the wagon there all squared away then, hun?
Sure, Penny, just call out what you want and we'll fling it through the window.
The way he puts that is actually kind of funny.
Those two sweet little nightmares just scuttled upstairs and it sounds like they're yipping to wake the dead.
I don't hear them at all, but okay. So now we gotta open all these up so that we can find the right object and throw it up to Penny so that they can fling it through the actual window that's up there. Oh my goodness, open the door. But I guess this is just the mechanic for this specific heist. Honestly, it is still annoying that we have to bring out the specific food, but at the same time, it's better than the last time where we have to find a specific time to do it instead of like, oh, you throw one up, then it'll ask for something else, and then, you know, rinse and repeat. But last time, well, no, this time it is actually, they ask for something, we throw it up there, they throw it in, and, you know, it changes over to something else. Just this again, and we're done. That was actually, like, ridiculously easy. Wait, so, I'm assuming that Vern woke the dogs, and that still counts for me, which kind of sucks. If that's the case, I'm assuming it doesn't. But I did see the dogs get up a little bit at the very end when I went over to the next area. I really, really hope that was not me waking them up, because I'm pretty sure I didn't do anything there. Which absolutely sucks if that is the case. Didn't Heather say that the dogs were awake already? That kind of contradicts that heavily. Also, it's always Hammy and his stupid chips. Always Hammy and his chips. But regardless, we're over at the Connor Heist escape. But, of course, we're not going to be able to do all that for right now because, my goodness, we're running out of time. well, we kind of already ran out of time, but regardless, we're going to have to do it next episode. But of course,
You're just in time. I have an urgent announcement to make. There are a couple of loose chihuahuas running around.
Don't worry, Oz. Mere dogs are no match for a squirrel. Wagon ho!
well, that would imply that if you are in the next episode, then, you know, that statement will apply. But if not, then that statement's completely null and void. But as said earlier, next episode we're going to be going into the Connor Heist escape. And we did, how many missions did we do? Was that 5 or 4? That was 4. We almost did 5, but, you know, that would have wasted a lot of time. Anyways, like I said, next episode, Connor Heist escape. But until the next video, take care.
I want you for a